There it is. I'm watching an ad.
Yeah, you watch that ad. Get us that ad sent.
And here we go.
You have any idea how much money that ad view raked in?
A few cents.
A few cents, that much. Wow.
Hey,
lucky bat, howdy.
I love a good lucky bat. Okay. Gotta get the old paint palette ready.
Does the painting camera look a little dark, a little dim?
Looks fine.
Oh, okay, well.
I feel like that's how it always looks.
There we go.
Now, yeah, okay, there we go. For a second there, I was like, oh my god.
I think I moved it up, and then I moved it right back to where it was, so perfect.
Yep.
Dr.
Black
Drokel.
Friday paint stream.
Yeah.
I got a rock. Well, you got a rock.
Yeah.
I got filament. But I got it before Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. Joey Flores, good evening. What do I need? I need to mix a little bit of black paint in with my chocolate brown so that I can do some shading on the leather. Do. Off to a great stream.
Yeah. It's always good.
You always got to
Yeah,
roll
nothing to
into
say.
a Friday stream, though.
Yeah, you shouldn't be excited.
Yeah.
You don't want to show that you're too happy about the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the musician. Who got snubbed at the Grammys, right, everyone?
I thought of a really interesting video idea. I think, and I did some writing about it. It's how to get your mini, or how to like get the mini that you want. Because there's a miniature I'm after from Blackstone Fortress called Pious Vorn, and it's a model that you can take in a Sisters of Battle kill team, and I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone on
You have a
eBay,
Sisters of Battle kill team.
yeah. But Eons, well, I eventually I will have a Sisters of Battle kill team, and I may already have a Sisters of Battle kill team. But everyone on eBay knows that this is a sought after model too. And so I want to do a video about like, hey, here's how to get a model. And I'm going to be like, talk to people you know. That's probably your best bet. Like after buy it. After buy it isn't an option. Because the set it comes out in is $150.
Right.
But
I like the idea that you talk to me. No, I don't know what that is.
that's part of the video. Where I call you being like, hey, is there any chance you have this model? And then you say something like, do I look like I have this model? But the most of it is like buying things from the Amazon marketplace and like how to spice up your ask, because you don't just want to say like, you know, want to buy Pious Vorn.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can spice it up a little. How to sweeten the pot.
Mm-hmm.
How
Put a
to
nipple pick in there.
how to not get ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've done a fair bit of buying, and I've never gotten ripped off yet. It's coming, I'm sure, but I'm amazed. I was almost a dummy, and I bought something. I paid some real money for something, and I was just like, I hope they didn't rob me.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't. Hopefully everyone had a decent turkey day. I'm regretting all of my food decisions. Oh no, I love Thanksgiving food. I like sweets though, so it helps. I like cranberry. I like sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I like gravy. You don't want to go mini marshmallows though. That's for schmucks. You want to go walnuts, and you want to go brown sugar. That's how you really make them.
Yeah, you don't want to have diarrhea.
Well, there's a give and take to Thanksgiving.
Hey, speaking of Thanksgiving, hey, Craig Turpin.
Hey.
Yeah.
I bought Horizon Zero Dawn Complete, God of War 3 Remastered, re-upped my PlayStation Plus, and bought Game of Thrones Season 8, aka the best season, for Black Friday this year. Oh, fun! I bought nothing.
Craig Turpin, I had mine last month. Yeah, super cool. Well, I had mine yesterday.
But but so this video I'm writing, and part of it's going to be like, hey, always make sure to get to do things through PayPal goods and services, not PayPal friends. But as a good faith, offer to pay like the selling fee, because it's like $1, and it just kind of shows that you're fine, you're a good guy.
Yeah.
And they're taking all the risk with PayPal goods and services, so.
Right.
Also, I want Pius Vorn.
So, will the video be locating that model?
Yes, it'll essentially be me getting the model will be the backdrop of here's how to get a model if you can't just like buy it or you don't want to buy it.
Yeah, that's a fun idea.
I got Star Wars Squadrons. So far, it's pretty fun.
Oh, chat. I don't know what I'm gonna paint.
I'm not sure either. I might just put this away and get something else. I'll paint my secret kill team if you guys all promise to turn off the to minimize the stream in a different window so you don't see it. If everyone can agree, then I'll do it.
Well.
Zenibq. Hello, everyone. Not staying again. Hope everyone had a good holiday and will have a good night. Well, you too, Zenibq, have a good Black Friday and all the stuff. And we hope you see you tomorrow for the big ol' Saturday stream.
Yeah.
Oops, that should be on camera. All right. You know what worked really well the first night? I actually put a little sticker to tell me where like 0 is. And that helped a lot. I think I'll do that in a bit. Just to keep me in front of the camera.
I remember the very first Eons of Battle days. We drew like marks.
Yeah, a very conspicuous mark.
Yeah, on the paper that we used.
Mm-hmm. Jay, for your next...
Hey. Go ahead.
Jay, for your next basic basing video, you should just paint the molded in plastic texture on the base and paint the rim black. Or just open the pack of bases and spill them out and say, voila, done. Don't we have a video called like a base in a minute or something where I do that, where I just spray on a color and then put on like one piece of flocking and call it done?
I don't think so.
I feel like I remember that video.
I feel like it didn't come out.
Oh, it might not have because it's
That's
probably
what it
sucked.
is.
It probably really sucked, but
I don't think we have that.
Maybe not.
I don't remember that.
Not because we're too good, just we don't remember it.
Yeah. Now I want to know. These are...
TK's 3D prints. Hello everyone from North Wales. I actually started to paint a print tonight. Giant Egyptian Mummy by Arch Villain. I think I've heard of Arch Villain. Zerg.
Hey, Zerg 619. Geez, we're on a wavelength or something.
Yeah.
Right when I start talking, you're talking too, and it's weird.
I got my Blood Bowl in Spanish today, and a tree man and some special cards. Got another pack on the way, so I will have people fight for the extra one on eBay. Wahahaha. Because GW ain't good at doing cards. Is that the new Blood Bowl, Dave Dog? I'd like to know about the new Blood Bowl. Is it different than the old Blood Bowl? Like, I have the old Blood Bowl. Is it worth getting the new one, or can I just play with the stuff from the old Blood Bowl? Like, is there just like a new rule book to buy? Exactly.
So I feel about that. Well, speaking of a shitty burp, I got some bubbly.
Whiskey Tango, Foxtrot, Delta. Did those Fallout miniatures require some scrubbing when coming out of the package? You know, I don't know if they do or not, but I did when I got them. I always do that when I get resin models that aren't 3D prints. I just immediately throw them in some water and dish soap. Give them a little 10-minute soak and then scrub. Otherwise, I just forget if I've done it or not, so I just do it immediately. But it's possible they come cleaned. Probably have to send them an email or look at the FAQs from the manufacturer. But when in doubt, just give them a little bath. Can't hurt. In the new Blood Bowl, the stats have changed, so there is a new passing agility stat. The only thing redundant in the old Blood Bowl 2016 are the cards, but you just get sleeves and print and stick the new stats in the sleeves and the old cards. Also, the 2016 rules are dead.
Well, I guess we'll have to buy the second one, right? Because we played the first one, right?
We played the heck out of the first one.
If we didn't play it the first time, we'll definitely play it the second time.
For sure. Yeah, without a doubt. Is important to bathe the models in water and soap before giving them some primer. Well, only resin models, because resin molds are usually given a spray of some mold release agent, and the mold release is gonna stop the paint from sticking a little, and so you want to give them a bath in some dish soap and water. But it is not a must do or super important for every model, just for resin models.
Yeah. Although I usually do a bath time kind of situation. With my models.
Yeah. I mean, don't we all?
Yeah. That's why you put on a lot of coats of varnish.
Just buy the Blood Bowl 2020 rulebook. The new Blood Bowl box includes a hardcover fancy rulebook and 2 new teams. Robert Has Downs Jr.
Oh my god.
stumbled on this channel a few days ago and just want to say penis. And also, I enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Well, thanks, Robert Has Downs Jr.
What a great username. Very kind. All right. We're painting. We're painting. We're painting. We're painting.
You know what's a really good Robert Downey Jr. movie? Kiss
Iron
Kiss
Man
Bang
1?
Bang. And well, yeah, Iron Man 1 is legendary, but a really good Robert Downey Jr. movie that isn't Iron Man 1 and 2 and 3 is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Really like that movie.
There we go. It's gonna be that kind of night, guys.
One dude took a recent Mini and he said that for 10% more, you could get the same GW weight of the Mini in pure silver metal. That's probably, that might be true. Although, I mean, plastic doesn't weigh that much. I feel like silver metal probably weighs a decent amount. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's too expensive, but I don't know. People also buy it, so I guess we're all the dummies, except for the people who don't buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't buy it. That's the moral of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Although then you're not cool if you don't buy it.
No, yeah, that's true.
So
only the cool
you
kids
kinda-
buy
you
it.
kinda have to- So you have to deal with that, with being heckled.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is coming along.
Yeah, the nice thing about painting a teeny tiny miniature is the painting tends to go pretty quick
Yeah.
because there's
Not-
physically not that much to paint.
And that is a small model. The little boy.
Whiskey Tango. Definitely buy Indominus, though. Indominus is phenomenal. I want to see every 40k faction get an Indominus.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
TK's 3D prints? Yeah. GW, never been cheap, and hated when they went to plastic, as I know what's involved with injection molding and how cheap it can make, and how cheap it is to make when molding, and how cheap it is to make when it's all set up. So refuse to pay their prices. 45 pounds, it costs less than 1 pound to make? I see your point, but also, like, it's not just a pound. I know there's a huge upsell, but it's not like, oh, the product costs a penny to make, so it should only cost 10 cents. Because they want to sell it for as much as they can sell it for. And it turns out they can sell it for a lot, and people will buy it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they switched to plastic because it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just blame people more than blame the company. Because if you're a company, I mean, you're gonna try to make money.
I would charge an actual hand and a leg. An actual arm and a leg. Everyone has to give me one arm and one leg for these grots.
Mm-hmm. John Scott, really enjoying the content. Ah. That's very nice.
And I see Casey Lance is joining in.
Hey, hey.
Dr. Drokel watched Jazza video today where he was proud of himself for sculpting a mini all out of green stuff. He said he'd never seen it done. All I could think of was, bro, that's how every mini used to be made. That is true.
That's pretty funny.
You know, though, he's an Australian, so maybe whatever he says is backwards.
Yep. It flushes the other way.
Yeah, it does. Love metal old school. Heavy metal, nice. I appreciate metal models, but I don't like metal models. I have some. They're kind of neat. I don't like it. I don't like that they're harder to paint. The paint doesn't love to stick to metal. It's really heavy. It's completely unrealistic for like vehicles. Like I have a metal dreadnought, and it weighs like a pound. It's stupid how much it weighs.
Yeah, I had that on my old turntable, and I really had to finesse the balance.
Mm-hmm.
It was not doing hot.
GW is doomed. I got a cheap resin printer and can print at 0.05 millimeter detail. That is very true, but most people don't 3D print. Almost everyone doesn't 3D print.
Yeah. Like, and we've talked about this before. It's like it's a whole nother hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the painting and modeling and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in the resin printing myself. Part of it helps that Nick does it. But also, like, I don't want to do that hobby. I want to spend all of my time working on my painting and my building and kit bashing and converting. I don't want to sink tons of time into that.
Yeah, like a loser.
Yeah.
Right.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Delta, not to defend the prices, but Games Workshop doesn't have the economy of scale to realistically push pricing to a near cost of manufacture. That's interesting, Whiskey Tango. Can you talk? What is the economy of scale mean? Like, is that just how many they make, or how many they think they'll sell?
I think because if you can make you can make 100,000 for, X amount of money, but you can make 1 million for less. Like, it's still like,
Yeah.
you can, it's not less. It still costs more, but in terms of price per piece, it's less.
I wonder though if part of the reason the prices are so high is because, like, if they can't, let's say they make every box of Space Marines costs 50 cents, and they plan to sell 300,000. If they sell that 300,000 for $5, they're going to make significantly less because they could have sold it for $40 or $60.
Right.
Like, that's again the price people are willing to pay.
Right. You know what one of my favorite things is? And like this brings you right back to high school. Is going to the Games Workshop and the smell of it. Like the plasticky, weird smell.
Oh yeah, I got high off of Indomitus.
Yeah, I know. I was there for the unboxing. Oh my gosh.
Economies of scale means the more you make, the less it costs per unit of production.
Yeah.
That is true. Although Games Workshop is in a unique situation.
That's what I said, but a lot worse. Or the way that I said it was a lot worse.
Yeah, but it gets complicated by things like nobody needs Games Workshop product. So it's not like, the price of an apple needs to be something specific so that people buy it. Like, I feel like this sort of a product is just whatever we think we can get away with.
John Smith says, "LOL, the lack of deodorant." But I was talking about the smell.
That's a good point.
Games Workshop.
It's a very good point.
I don't remember any smelly people there.
I don't think so. I've met some smelly people though.
Oh, of course.
TK's 3D prints. I wish GW would 4D scan their old models, stuff that they don't sell anymore, and sell them as STL files in packs to 3D prints. TK's 3D prints. I think that's a great idea. I don't think they should sell the STLs because they would never make any more money off of it after they sold the first one. But I think Forge World should pivot to a 3D printing service like Shapeways, and they will sell anything Games Workshop has ever made. And hopefully at reasonable costs. But if you're like, hey, I want the old school Plague Bearers, they will sell you those Plague Bearers. And I think it's very telling that no big company sells STLs.
Yeah. It's 'cause of the monies. Yeah, because if I bought an STL from a Games Workshop thing, wouldn't you share them with other people?
Oh,
Like, I would share them with you.
Yeah, day one.
To me. I think they should make the Citadel 3D printer.
That'd be interesting.
Where you automatically download your Citadel products from the cloud, and then it prints your Citadel miniature with the Citadel resin on the Citadel 3D printer.
Okay,
Sponsored by Citadel.
Yes, of course. TK's 3D prints. You'd be surprised. I have Patreons and I pay for the models, and we tend not to exchange files, etc. TK's 3D prints. Realistically, do you really think there wouldn't be a huge pirating of Games Workshop files?
Because I think it's different. I say, because like I've bought STLs, so like I wouldn't, and like I bought STLs and I bought them from from people that I know that are artists. They're just trying to make money doing it. They're having fun doing it. Whatever it is. and I would never share their work, but I would feel a little bit less bad about selling Games Workshop stuff or sending Games Workshop stuff around.
All right, the cops are on their way to Nick's house.
Yeah, I know. But you wouldn't want to hurt,
the little guy.
A little guy, but you don't care about the big people. Say something that'll get me to give this vid a thumbs up.
Penis.
Yeah, there you go.
And then below that, we have Yu-Gi-Oh players who are the fucking worst.
Oh my gosh.
I can believe it. Funnily enough, I played Yu-Gi-Oh before.
That makes sense. I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I didn't know how to play. Never knew how to play. Maybe a limited time digital access to STLs, like when you get a movie to rent digitally. Or a subscription service where if you don't like the file, where you don't get the file but have digital access to it.
Does that exist yet?
Like it's called the EonsOfBattle Digital STL service.
Because that's what I think too. Is like something that like it deletes itself after a day or something. But I don't think such a thing exists.
Yeah. Well, on the Citadel 3D printer sponsored by Citadel, you could do that. EonsOfBattle Digital STD service.
Ah, yes. That's coming out next week.
That's already in effect.
That's true.
I feel like people would feel bad about sharing digital files for little guys, and definitely would not feel as bad about big companies.
No, not at all.
Like, you would feel bad if you stole something from the corner store, but you maybe wouldn't feel as bad if you stole from Walmart.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same way, even though Games Workshop isn't as big as Walmart. Nowhere near. TK's 3D prints. Copyright is a gray area when it comes to ownership on STL files with likeness. I.e., if I make a Yoda model, do I own the copyright, or Disney for the likeness, etc.?
Well, Disney definitely owns the likeness. I would assume that's one of those things where you kind of keep it on the down low in hopes of not getting a nasty gram from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Disney definitely owns Baby Yoda. But you'll probably get away with it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a gray area, though. I think it's still pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you made a Yoda-like figure, you could maybe argue that it's not. But it's, it still is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird.
But that doesn't make anyone a bad person for, like, I've perhaps, maybe, but definitely not ever bought in a model that wasn't officially Games Workshop. And you just weigh that up against, your morals and your thought process, and maybe it's fine a little here, a little there.
I mean, but you are a bad person.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
no, yeah. Let's put that out right out there front.
Just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kick puppies.
Yeah.
Hate babies. That's just kind of the guy that Jay is.
Renting is a scam to get you to pay for something over a period of time, which will eventually add up to as much or more in cost if you just bought it right out. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you don't rent for that long. If you rent for that long, I think you're part of the problem, but...
It also depends on what... I guess it depends on what you're renting.
Yeah, a car?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't rent a car. But there's arguments that maybe it's not too terrible to rent a house.
Yeah.
Because, like, in this area, the property taxes are so much money. You have to make an extra 10 grand in order to be able to own a home each year. So, I guess it all depends.
The adult diaper.
Yeah, exactly. Which is one of the big things that sponsors Eons of Battle.
Yes.
It depends.
Take a load off into your Depends. They paid us to say that.
Yep.
All Disney have to do is to spend $400 to send a cease and desist letter to your home so that you pee your pants.
I'll do that without without getting a letter.
The Star Wars replica community had some problems arise when Disney first bought Star Wars. George was mostly fine with it, but once the mouse got involved, he was like, "Goofy, take their eyes." Yeah, I heard about that a little. But they just kind of don't want you selling stuff. Which, I get that it was cool, that before you could sometimes get away with it, but, I don't know, it's hard to be too upset. It seems fair enough, really. Like, hey, you can't be selling Boba Fett helmets for, $500 a pop and be making a living off of that. Because we sell that helmet.
Yeah. And it goes to the, like, but it's not nice.
No.
Thing, and it's like, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to say who was right.
Yeah, and people did get C&Ds from Lucasfilm before Disney too. If you advertised a little bit too much, or were a little too blatant. Like I think Dopey Doos, they might still be getting away with it, but Dopey Doos, they pretend like they sell like Care Bear toys. And then in the back of the website, they have all sorts of Star Wars resin props you can buy.
That's pretty hilarious. Is it really Care Bears?
It is Care Bears. It is.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. Can you buy Care Bear toys?
I think you can.
Or is that just a front?
I think it's both. I think they legitimately love Care Bears, but it's mostly a front because I can't imagine they're making more from the Care Bears than they are from the resin Han Solo blasters and the thermal detonators and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just pretending not to know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're a frequent shopper.
Yeah. I don't want people to know what I'm into. I was a Care Bear for Halloween. And right now. I'm wearing it right now. If anything, though, we can all agree everyone should buy a boat.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
and it's a very good investment.
Very good.
They only get like you can only sell them for more and more with age.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fine wine.
Yeah, it ages well. WizKids makes My Little Pony miniatures. Just so you know, Jay.
Ah, okay. They're on their way. I missed the late 70s, early 80s. Computers were all new and slow, but oh my goodness, so much fun.
I remember my dad ordered a computer out of a catalog. And he had to pick it up at a P.O. box in northern Wisconsin, where he was living at the time. But then he used it for a little bit, and then something went awry with one of the parts. And the only way to get this other part, because it was a pretty, I think now it's not as remote part of Wisconsin, but it was pretty remote back then, where he actually had to drive like a couple hours in order to be able to get the part. Yeah.
Now you just Amazon it.
Mm-hmm. Damn, Nick over here flexing on having a dad. Yeah. I also have 3 moms. Is that something special? Jay has 3 dads. It's quite the party. What a world.
Alright, I think... Well, the leather is in a place. I think I'm going to start throwing a wash on there and see what happens. But which brown am I going to use? Brown or brown?
I'm thinking maybe you throw a brown on there. Well, isn't there 4 different browns?
There might be 5.
Oh my gosh.
There's 4 that are browns, and then 1 that's brownish.
3 men and a JB. Yep. Three and a half J's. That's PP.
Yeah, it is. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Delta. Are you guys planning on picking up a Christmas Battle Force this year? Well, I'm sure Nick is planning on picking up a handful of them, but I'm not. I have enough models. Yeah. And I'm not looking to really expand an army. I play Necrons, Space Marines, Gene Stealers, Death Watch, Orcs a little bit. So I'm good for right now.
Mm-hmm. And you have just other random models.
Yeah, and I have lots of other random models.
And you just got a Dominus.
Yes, I did just get Indominus.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to make sure that I'm going to play 40k a couple more times in my life before I commit those sorts of resources. Iron Knuckles. This is from the wargaming style ones. I don't remember the name of it, but that is what it's from. I remember when I was a youngster, like last year, when I was in high school, I got super excited because I had enough money to get the Necron Christmas bundle. And so overnight, my Necron collection quadrupled.
Mm-hmm. And your bank account
Zero.
Yeah, zeroed.
Thank you, Whiskey Tango, for knowing what I'm painting better than I do. I just thought it was neat. I do love me some Fallout. Some Fallout New Vegas specifically, but they don't make New Vegas models yet. Holy cow, though, if they do, I'd have to pick them up. A couple of New Vegas Death Claws. Hopefully they make an Easy Pete. Oh, I'd love it if they make the Sunset Sarsaparilla guy. The little robot who talks to you. Festus. Festus the Sarsaparilla robot who talks to you for way too long. And it's worthless. You talk to that guy for 15 minutes straight, and it turns out you didn't have to even talk to him at all. It's cute. It's cute the first time. Games Workshop took all your money. I know the feel. Yeah, but boy, did I ever get some models out of it.
Yeah, you took the models right out of their hands.
I was knee deep in Necron Warriors for the rest of the year. I'm a little bummed that Necron Warriors came in Indominus, because I would love to pick up a couple Indominus Necron halves, because I love the Soap Deck Destroyers, I love all the HQs, I love the Necron Reanimator, but I do not. I own 60 Warriors, and I just got Indominus, so that means I own 80. I don't need any more.
Do you think why not sell
them? Because they come with the new gun, and I want the new gun. Because before you could.
Why not sell the old ones?
That's not a bad idea. I don't know though. If I ever do, what's it called? Apocalypse. I'm gonna want those 100 warriors, or 80.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like someone has to make a lot of decisions.
Mm-hmm. Silvertide is totally a valid stratagem this edition. Neat. I mean, if you just wait 3 months, everything becomes valid, because the rules change so fast. I've only been in the hobby for, 7 years? 8 years? 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
3 years? And I have seen so many rules changes and so many units become good and then suck and then become good again and then suck again and then become unplayable but then become god tier. Nick, why don't you sell your old ones? Jay, because they're mine.
Yeah. That's the real reason.
Mm-hmm. Selling your old minis is like selling your children. A little bit. I've only sold my own models once. I think I sold some. I had a baby Skitari army, which was just 10 dudes and 2 Iron Strider Bellastaris, and I sold them because I decided I didn't want to collect that army. I got a good price too. I got pretty much retail.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were painted really good, but
Mm-hmm.
you like jazz? I'm okay with jazz. I'm not a big music person. I don't listen to a lot of music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have no soul.
No.
Soul bossa nova. You were talking about Quincy Jones. Oh, man.
El Rondorio, my life hit the fans years ago, and I had to sell tens of thousands of minis and games from all brands. Wow. Tens of thousands, not just 1,000. I think I'm a little above 600 models.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure one day I'll get there, though.
Yeah.
Good night, TK's 3D prints.
Yeah. Good night, TK. I need to eat and watch The Mandalorian. George Lucas once said Star Wars was like a child that got sold to white slavers.
He did say that.
I remember that.
And you can see it in his face as he's saying the words white slavers that he would prefer that he didn't say that.
It's wild.
It is.
It is a wild moment.
He also claimed when he made the movie Red Tails to have made the first movie with an all black cast.
Yeah,
I
that's...
think that movie came out in what, 2011?
Yeah. It's just not true.
If you were to start a Chaos Space Marine army, what sub-faction would you pick? Ooh, that's a good question, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Delta. There's so many Chaos factions I like. I mean, I love Nurgle, and I love the Tzeentch, because they have their unique units. I also love the pink ones. The ones, the Slaneshi ones. The Noise Marines. I forget their name this second. I like those ones. I could even
Noise
probably
Marines.
just go
Noise
some
Marines
classic
are pretty
Iron
cool.
Warriors. Emperor's Children. Thank you, Robert Hesdown Jr. I love their like Dinobot vehicles, like the Helldrake, the Walker, the 6-legged Walker thing, and now they have the Spider thing. I don't know. I don't keep up with Chaos that much, but I like some of their models.
Remember, someone made a Noise Marine concert like stage. That was amazing. That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Noise Marines are due for some more love. But I think Chaos is neat.
Mm-hmm.
I've been collecting both World Eaters and Iron Warriors, and plan to call them the Unwanted and the Decimated.
Mm.
Cash S, what made you choose Black Templar? It took me a long time to land on Black Templar, but I think I picked them just because they're the coolest. To me, Black Templar felt the most 40k, because they worship the Emperor, they're very gothic, they're very grimdark, and so I felt like, well, this is the most 40k army I could get. And if you look up online, there's a huge like online presence for Black Templar, because usually Black Templar players are people who have a general understanding of the lore and want to do a lot of kit bashing and converting, green stuff work, purity seals, custom banners. So it's just a pretty fun army to collect.
It has its own little community.
It does.
Built-in friends, as I say.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. That's a good point. I am a part of a couple of Facebook groups. Whiskey Tango, did you pick up the special Noise Marine they made last year? Ooh, the one with the guitar bolter? I wanted to.
Saw that.
Couldn't justify it. It's a super badass model, though. And probably a heck of a lot of fun to paint. It'd be real cool if everything wasn't limited edition and I could just buy the thing I want.
Imagine that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, but then we would let you buy what you want.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have that. Did you get your cross tattoo yet?
No, I don't think I'd want to. Isn't the Iron Cross something from the world? I'm fine with it on the models because they're within the context, but I don't know.
There's different kinds of iron crosses.
There's different types of iron crosses.
So, I would always be afraid of wearing a 40k symbol and someone being like,
Yeah. You know, I could see getting like a little Space Marine helmet or something. Mm-hmm. You know, something that is 40k but couldn't be misidentified as a hate symbol. But yeah, I don't think I would get the Black Templar symbol. And they did used to have their own codex. I own it. Dragon Slayin' Ronin. The Noise Marine doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Ooh, is it still in the store? Is it cheap-ish?
Great point. Get a beaky.
Get a beaky. A beaky would be fun. El Rondorio, the Iron Cross is very Prussian German. Yes, exactly. Yep. And I am not. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I've seen them post about it on the Black Templar forums, getting a Black Templar tattoo, and good for them. But
Yeah, you're just not cool.
$36. It's as expensive as any other individual character. Yeah, it can live there for $36. I don't know if I need it, but be fun to have. If I saw that in an eBay lot, it would certainly spice up the lot for me. Yeah, the Iron Cross hasn't been used as a medal since 1945. Well, what was going on in Germany in 1945?
Nothing much.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm actually getting it this weekend. I would love to get all tatted up. I'd like to do a whole sleeve, but doesn't make sense right now.
No.
Probably never will. Be cool though. USA, USA. Got any moderators on here? Nope, you guys are free to go buck wild. Take your pants off, do what you want.
Take your pants off, do what you want. Speaking of taking your pants off, see what time it is?
Ooh, I see what time it is.
So we'll be switching to our Patreon only stream. So
Yes,
if
we will.
If you were having fun on this stream, then you better join our Patreon, because then we're gonna extend the stream over on there.
Yeah, every Friday. For $5, you get 4 extra Fridays a month.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Have a good
And we'll
night.
be back-
Super stream tomorrow.
Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
So you can join us.